welcome to part 2 of this story where for the most part it, well, kinda ends, but not quite. For those of you who didn't watch part 1, well, clicky thing, link below, you know the drill. Basically, a little while ago, this is over a week after I recorded and posted my initial video, part 1 on this whole thing, but basically, I was in the process of trying to book a hotel, and the hotel effectively frauded me, and as a result, yeah, I made a pretty big stink about it. Customer support was very reluctant to get my problem resolved, but in today's part 2 video, we're going to finally address what the heck happened a week later, and did I get my money back? And is my reservation still standing? Well, let's see. So, funny enough, actually that very morning as I was about to upload part 1, so this was even before you guys had a chance to even hear that this whole thing happened, I actually got charged on my credit card from ESA, Extended Stay America, a second time. So, the first charge I got was about $100 for the no-show fee that I shouldn't have been charged because, again, the booking was screwed up on their end. The following morning, after I recorded, edited that video, getting ready to upload it to you guys for the first time for you to watch, yeah, I got a second charge on my credit card, 6.5 times the purchase compared to the last one. Ooh, yeah, I was, $100 was already a lot, but then to see an extra $660 charge on that credit card from the same company, I'm like, my God, something's got to be screwed up. But more on this charge later. This charge is a bit unrelated to this whole thing. It's I'll explain later, but for now, yeah, that happened right before I uploaded that video. I probably should have put it in the description or something, but that was enough to effectively prompt me to freeze my Discover card altogether. So yeah, this was the very credit card that I used to book the hotel room, and after the two, well, the one definitely fraudulent charge, we'll get to the other one in a minute. Yeah, I instantly put this credit card on freeze, and I had to wait for the whole process of the charges officially posting, because apparently when a credit card charge initially happens, what ends up going on is, okay, the communication is stated, all right, this guy needs to pay this guy for X purchase, and what goes on is there's what's called a transaction pending, where the banks need to do some talking to each other to manage the money and all that stuff, and then once the banks are done and getting all the money transferred to each other, then the transaction has posted. So at that point in time, I was still waiting for the transaction to officially post, so that way I could call Discover to get the charge disputed. So in my process of waiting, after I had uploaded this video, because this is where it starts to get a bit interesting, unfortunately, part 1 did not get many views. In fact, let me pull up my phone to see how much it actually has. It's really not a lot, which is kind of frustrating. 27 views. That's what happens when you post on a small channel. I mean, I did post links on my other channels, especially the Gadgets channel, to try to spread this out, and I'm still ultimately disappointed that it only got a whopping 27 views when, hello, I think I might be exposing something big here. Maybe you want to not get yourself scammed? I don't know. So yeah, despite the poor view count aside, I mean, that's whatever. I did manage to actually get ESA's PR department. One of those, maybe one of those 27 views that I got was from ESA themselves. The way that they found out about the video is because I actually also post a link on Twitter to let any of my Twitter followers know, hey, I uploaded a new video, and I also tagged Extended Stay America in that same tweet. Basically, the tweet that I posted read, "Attention Extended Stay America, your behavior needs to change. New video on vlog. I've been robbed. Again." How Extended Stay America stole $100 from me, and little did I know that they were about to charge me again before I uploaded that. And then I had posted the link to the video. And then if we happen to look, there's only one reply to this tweet. Guess who it is? "Hello, we're very sorry for any negative experience during your stay." What stay? I haven't been there. In fact, so clearly they didn't watch the video. If they watched any part of that video, they would have known I haven't stayed there. I was just trying to book a room and your system screwed up. Clearly this PR department has not watched the video. They only just saw, oh, negative title regarding us. This can't be good. And so, yeah, I'm not particularly enthused with their response about that, because that pretty much just means, yeah, they didn't watch the video. But details aside, please send us a private message to address the matter. Thank you. Like I mentioned in that video, I'm willing to be civil. I'm willing to work with you on this in a civil matter. I decided to keep my word, and I did just exactly that. So I click on ESA's profile, and I go directly into their direct messages on Twitter, and I send them the following. I'm going to be transparent as much as I can. I'm going to have to censor some information because a lot of it is legal information that I should not disclose. Hello, my name is insert name here. I recently had a negative experience in regards to your booking system. The video I recently made, insert video link here, explains the whole story in full detail. But long story short, I made a reservation through your website. The website didn't process my dates correctly, and I was not given any window to dispute this mistake. I'm now being charged no-show fees and the full cost of a reservation I did not agree to. I already tried calling customer support, and they failed to assist me. As of right now, I am waiting for those charges to process, and once they finish, unless somehow you can correct your mistake and get me a refund, I will be initiating chargebacks. Really not trying to be an a-hole here, but I'm not gonna let this I was supposed to say, but I'm not gonna let this expensive of a mistake slide either. That was basically my message to them. And so, alright, I did as they say, and I waited for a response. I waited 27 hours for a response. Finally, 27 hours later, thank you for taking the time to provide feedback regarding your recent experience at one of our hotels. At Extended Stay America, we take pride in ensuring our customer satisfaction. Oh, do you now? To ensure we resolve your concern, please provide the primary guest's name on the reservation, the hotel address, the best phone number, and your email address. So I provided the following details in a message below, being completely censored out for obvious reasons. And then, once again, had to wait basically for the next day, essentially. Didn't have to wait as long this time, though. Thank you for providing this information to us. Please be advised that a member of our upper management team will be advised of your concern and will contact you directly to appropriately assist. And that was basically my last message with ESA's PR department, or whoever is in control of their Twitter account. So that's effectively what happened at this point. And Thursday morning, actually, I should point out, I had officially initiated the chargeback on Thursday morning once that no-show fee had officially posted. So I immediately called Discover, and Discover has been amazing throughout this whole process. No, they're not sponsoring this video, though I'm not completely closed to the idea of that happening. I've been so well pleased with Discover. That morning before I got the response from ESA, I had officially filed the chargeback, and I guess ESA said, oh, well, yeah, I guess we'll help you out. We'll immediately alert upper management, though I'm not entirely sure if they actually did the right thing. So the next day, after Thursday, this whole conversation thing going on, my credit card is still frozen. I'm still waiting on money to be refunded and such. Friday, I finally got word back from ESA about the whole situation, and apparently I'm not exactly happy with who's the one who called me. Friday, April 25th, 2025 at 11:43 a.m., I get my first call from ESA, location in Gaithersburg, Maryland, which happens to be the exact location of the hotel I was trying to book at. I get a call from the manager at that hotel, which I've already spoken to in the past. I've spoken to that manager on Monday morning, effectively. Gave me a call to let me know that apparently the money for the no-show fee was in the process of being refunded. I guess they got the memo on, oh yeah, this charge should not be legit because we screwed up, not you. Tried calling me at 11:43 a.m. Keep in mind, I'm actually at work at that time, and I can't just check the phone like that. And then I get a second call from them again when, oh yeah, at 2:25 p.m. they tried calling again. Finally, at around I think it was 3:15, I finally managed to find a break in time where I could actually finally call them back, because I didn't want to call after 6 p.m. I guess, since the cancellation office had many issues with that. So finally I got back in touch with the manager just to reconfirm that the $100 no-show fee was refunded. As of right now, if I check my Discover card, yeah, at this point, according to my Discover card, yes, the money was officially refunded to me. After that, though, again, I had another $660 charge on my credit card, so I asked the manager at the hotel, okay, so now, okay, we got the whole no-show fee taken care of. What's this other charge on my credit card? Again, this whole reservation thing was a mistake. Is it your policies or whatever? And as it turns out, once again, I can't tell you how mad I am at how this website managed to pass as is, but there are so many issues with that website. For one, apparently it has the ability to screw up your booking quite easily to the point where you have to get put in this type of situation, but also it doesn't do an actual good job at disclosing when payment is initiated. I was under the impression, due to what the website read, that I would not be paying until I actually got to the hotel. That's at least what I read on the website, and to my knowledge, when I was at checkout for the reservation, pretty much was exactly what it read. When I made my second booking, the one with the actual correct dates, which I double checked and those dates are still correct, apparently that second charge, the $660 charge, was not in relation to the faulty booking on their end. Apparently, the website decided to charge me early. Now, I'm very confused at their timing on this, because for one, I was under the impression that I wasn't gonna pay until I got to the hotel in August, but at the same time, it didn't actually charge me right away. It actually waited 2 days. I made the correct booking Sunday night. It was Tuesday morning when I actually finally got charged for the correct booking. So I'm very confused on their payment system. It does not make sense. The manager tried to explain to me that in theory, if you do it through the website, you're supposed to pay all up front, but if you do a phone call or something, then you don't pay until you get there or something like that. But then why didn't the website make this clear? The website gave me no indication I was going to be charged right away, and again, I didn't see anything alarming because I wasn't charged until another 2 days after the booking was placed. So clearly, their website needs to be very much reworked. Friday was effectively the last time I have officially interacted with Extended Stay America at this point. Now that I knew what the second charge, the $660 charge was on my credit card, I called up my other buddy basically right after work got out, because we both work, obviously. I called up my other buddy to ask, okay, here's the situation. Money's refunded for the no-show fee. Apparently I got charged for the August booking because the website is total trash. Do we still want to stay, or should we take our business elsewhere? And at this point in time, despite that, I'm not happy that I had to raise such a big stink over this on the internet. Literally, it took me actually having to go public with this story to actually get them to do anything about it. But ultimately, despite all that, my buddy said, yeah, you know what, let's still keep it at this point. He's a lot more forgiving than I am. As of right now, the reservation still stands, and that's probably where we're staying in August. Though that's probably the last time I'm ever going to book with Extended Stay America, because unfortunately, while, yeah, the whole incorrect, the whole screw up on the website with the wrong dates beforehand, that issue was finally taken care of at this point. That's pretty much dealt with. I'm finding myself, however, that I'm still not really satisfied with the results of this whole thing, and here's why. A lot of red flags have happened during this whole thing, and as I'm watching the whole blame game go on in terms of who's at fault, who is responsible for getting me my refund, who's the one in charge of I'm noticing a very massive problem within Extended Stay America, and it's kind of concerning me. And it's not I'm not talking the hotels, I'm talking like corporate, because this is actually really concerning. I made sure that I linked the whole video for Extended Stay America to watch. I have a feeling never once have they ever actually clicked on that video and watched it, because as I'm watching this whole thing unfold, and even though they didn't tell me any of this stuff is going on behind the scenes, I can just tell by the people who I'm talking to afterwards. For one, ESA on Twitter told me, oh, someone from corporate's going to call me and we're going to get this whole issue resolved. I never got a phone call from corporate. I've made my way up the chain to corporate on Monday, but I've never once received a call from corporate after part 1. The only people from ESA to actually contact me were the people on Twitter, which is from their PR department, I'm guessing, and the lady at the front desk at the specific location. Never once have I received a call from corporate. And judging by the manager's tone at that particular location, I have a bad feeling that corporate is placing the majority of the blame, maybe all of the blame, on Gaithersburg, Maryland, Extended Stay America, Gaithersburg, Maryland. I have very strong feelings that's what's going on right now, but ultimately I know Extended Stay America, Gaithersburg, Maryland, that particular location, this ain't on them. Not at all, because for one, I've pointed out multiple times, all of this was caused by ESA's website. This has nothing to do with a particular hotel location. This website isn't even only for Gaithersburg, Maryland. No, this is for all of Extended Stay America's locations. This is extendedstayamerica.com. This covers all locations. And I am not happy to see that, from what I can tell over the phone and from how I'm being contacted in all of these scenarios, basically all of the blame is being placed on Extended Stay America Gaithersburg and that manager there. I am not happy with that, because for one, the manager had no say in this. Basically, what happened was not her fault. It was the whole team's fault. And to have all of the blame placed on her like that, she didn't straight up tell me that corporate was harping on her for it, but I can definitely tell by her tone towards me that she got a serious talking to from someone higher up. Again, this ain't on her. This is a whole team failure, and yet it seems like all the blame's being placed on this one lady. I already had massive concerns with corporate from the initial part 1 video, where I discussed that basically the guy that I had talked to in corporate was perfectly okay with frauding me. I can't believe they said that, but that happened. And at the same time, I was never approached by corporate. I was only approached by the PR department, effectively, and whatever customer service runs that. It's just, there's so many red flags I'm seeing that's going on in corporate at this point. For one, corporate is not talking to me at all. They want absolutely nothing to do with me, and they're placing the blame on lower ranking staff members compared to their upper management, when I can tell the majority of what's going on here is actually being caused by upper management. Yeah, it technically started with the department that's in charge with the website, because they did such a terrible job designing the website in the first place. The fact that corporate is okay with the website as is, and how corporate is actually handling this situation, I'm not happy with it at all. Now, ultimately, yeah, I got my refund, and the $660 charge is for the correct booking. So in theory, I should be satisfied at this point, but I'm just not. I have a hard time letting these lower ranking employees deal with all of this frustration, mostly caused from higher up not actually handling this properly. And so, yeah, if you happen to be a lower ranking member from ESA, I'm sorry. You deserve better. Again, the lower ranking customer support that I dealt with, level 1 customer support, those agents were extremely helpful and tried to do everything in their power to right this wrong, but ultimately it was upper management, it was higher up that ultimately told them, no, you can't do anything. And it wasn't until I rose the stink about it in part 1. Now, I had no idea if ESA was going to freak out thinking, oh my god, what if this video gets a ton of views? What if this video gets a ton of traction? Ultimately, it didn't, which doesn't really help pull the levers to get them to act better, unfortunately, but hey, I'm in no control of the internet. I'll put stuff out on the internet and the internet will do what it pleases with it. But ultimately, that was what actually finally got upper management to do something about the situation. And I'm worried that the only reason they did what they did is because I made a big stink about it online. In fact, actually, Tuesday, the day I uploaded that video, I happened to have had to play for a funeral mass. I'm an organist. I had to play for a funeral mass, and I'm good friends with everyone in the church choir. Everyone asked how my day was, as good friends do, and yeah, they were not happy to hear about this whole situation. In fact, one of them in particular actually had frequently booked with Extended Stay America, and just from this whole situation alone, apparently he's done. He was not happy with the way that they treated me at this whole situation, and he's officially done booking with Extended Stay America. I think the reason why upper management was getting on the 8 ball with the situation was I made a stink about it. And it's an absolute shame. It took this type of action to get any positive response from them. And even then, corporate did like the bare minimum of, oh yeah, okay, fine, here's your refund. But we're also putting the blame on someone who doesn't even deserve it. Apparently, corporate has a lot they need to clean up. For one, especially from that first call on Monday, they clearly don't have a sense of morals because they thought fraud was effectively okay. I know I'm rambling at this point. I ramble a lot. It's just, I have a lot of frustration with this, and unfortunately, it seems like I genuinely do not believe ESA has learned from their lesson on this. They just slapped a band-aid on the whole situation, and despite that, yeah, I mean, band-aid's kind of working. I mean, it solved the problem, but it didn't solve the big picture. And from what I can see at this point, corporate headquarters needs to be cleaned up. Whoever's in charge there needs to be fired ASAP, because this is a terrible, terrible response. It was a bare minimum effort to try to shut me up. I'm not going to shut up about this because that's just not the type of person I am. Whether you book with Extended Stay America again, that's up to you. I can't stop you from doing it. I won't force you to not book with them. I can just only tell you my experience, and from what I'm experiencing, this is just awful. I am not happy with how lower ranking employees are being treated, and by lower ranking, I mean like managers at these locations. She did not deserve to get all of the blame placed on her just because of a mistake somebody made at headquarters to allow the website to exist the way it does. It doesn't sit right with me. Despite that, I currently have my August reservation, and according to the manager, it's still completely free to cancel up until like the day before or something like that. So I have plenty of time to cancel this reservation if I please. I don't know though. I don't know if I want to actually go through their cancellation department again, just because, oh yeah, I remember that guy. We don't like that guy. He tried to make us look bad on the internet. I'm not trying, Extended Stay America. Your actions are speaking for themselves. I'm not in control of you guys. You put this on yourselves. And so that is effectively all I have in this part 2 video. If anything more transpires to this, then maybe I'll make a part 3, though at this point, considering that ESA really is trying to do everything in their power not to interact with me at all, I have a feeling this is probably just going to end here, and the last time I'm ever going to talk about them is come August, when I finally go on that trip. This is sad that we had to get to this point, and just nothing I can do about it other than just explain what I found going on behind the scenes, effectively. All right, that's all I have to say. Thank you for watching. Do me a favor and interact with the stuff below. Random Alpha, signing out.